Hello tribe, sorry for lagging. There's a lot happening these days and there's a wave of clients and also my personal life, there's a lot to do. Overall, I'm happy, all is good, but I couldn't put out your video yesterday. Okay, we're starting with the archetype deck. We're gonna look at where your power lies. Next week we're gonna have, and pile number 1 is on your left, 2 in the middle, 3 on your right as usual. Choose yours. Use your intuition, not your eyes, and I will see you in timestamps. Hello, group number 1. Let's see what is up with you next week. We're gonna have, what do we have? I'm gonna be pulling from different decks, and then we're gonna peek at the cave card to see what the author wants to say. What is up and overall energy for you all? Okay. Let's talk about this. Bottom of the deck, we have the Queen of Swords. The cave to start with. Okay, so this card has the light and the dark aspects. My intention is to look at where your power lies, and we're looking at the light aspects of this card. One light, the sacred center within. One dark, withdrawal, isolation, hiding. The dark, the portal, the interior. Those who are fortunate enough to find and enter the cave are forever changed. It is a place of potent power, acting both as portal to another realm and a space for sacred ritual and initiation. The cave is a place to return for meaningful retreat, where one can see the true self in darkness. In esoteric teachings, the cave is known to reside in the center of the heart. Within its walls, the whispers of compassion and self-understanding can be heard. Yet, because of its mystery and power, many of us fear the cave and never try to find it. We busy ourselves in the bright lights of the city while the cavernous and dimly lit chamber walls out to us in the night. Oh, sorry, I fucked this up. Let's try again. We busy ourselves in the bright lights of the city while the cavern, I can't pronounce this word, Jesus Christ, cavernous, I assume, and dimly lit chamber calls out to us in the night. Better. Where's your cave? You already know. Return to it and tend the fire. And it goes really well with your cards from the texture deck. We have the Phoenix, the realization. We have the Lovers right here, which connects to the heart very much, and the fire right here with the Page of Wands. Next week we're gonna have, it feels like that's where your focus lies. You want to focus on your heart space, and you're also choosing people who see you for who you are, who have seen the depths of you, who have been able to lift you up at the darkest times, who you don't have to say something in order for them to pinpoint that you're not feeling okay or that there is something wrong with you. There's this shared love that I'm picking up for you next week. We're gonna have, would it be in platonic or romantic relationships, someone wants to hold you, someone wants to connect to you, someone wants to care for you, someone wants to know your ins and outs. So expect really deep conversations. Those who fall on the darker side of this card, next week we're gonna have your cards are saying, please don't isolate yourself. Come out of that cave and talk about the experience that you had in that cave with the people that you trust. You can't imagine how both of your hearts will light up and how you'll be open for such vulnerable conversations that will make you shine from within. There's a lot of fun also that the cards are referring to next week we're gonna have, and I feel like that fun is not as much about where you're going or what you're doing, is more so about who you're going with. So your tribe is your focus point next week and a half. There's a lot of love in these cards. I'm hearing laughter, I'm hearing really good time. You know, this reminds me of a situation where, say, girls' night, right? But they gather in someone's house. There are pillows, there are candles, there is wine. And it starts off really fun. And at some point, everyone relaxes and they start talking about really deep stuff. Something that they haven't shared before, something that they've been struggling with maybe, or something that not only their family members know about, but it's a safe space to share in that tribe. And it's suddenly like the portal opens to everyone's hearts, and one after another start sharing about maybe shadow selves or something that they have been struggling with. And there's this power and unity of being seen, power of vulnerability. And afterwards, they start laughing about something that maybe they have won through and now it's laughable, but at that time it was difficult to deal with. Or people are feeling so comfortable in the space that they can laugh about some struggles that they may have right now. And it's made such a, it's almost like it lifts everyone's souls up. That's what kind of energy I'm picking up here. This could be a situation where there's one-on-one conversation, where there is a safe space to talk about some things that maybe people didn't share about before. Someone is being held at the time when they want to share their darkest, deepest secrets, or something that they were not brave enough to talk about before. And it uplifts both of these people's souls. One of them feels really honored because they're being trusted, and the other one feels really trusting and light. As if, I'm seeing those 10 of Wands, the 10 of Wands card, all of those wands drop to the floor because you have shared something that was really important to you and you were listened to, and there was a safe space to do so. So if you'll have an urge, if you don't resonate with this just yet, but next week and a half, if you're gonna have an urge to dive deep into that cave, go there. Go there. I feel like I'm seeing now darkness, and I'm seeing little glimpses of gold. You'll be able to pick something from that place of value, something of value that you're bringing back from there. Now, let's pull from Animal Tarot. Any messages or advice for the next week and a half for you? There's a very clear theme here for you guys, pile number 1, for the next week and a half. With this, I heard straight away, have patience with one another. 7 of Autumn says, in case you want to see, planning, resources, and efforts you have invested or you will be investing in your dreams will reap great rewards. In the meantime, have patience and meditate on your next steps. The Magician card says there is magic in the air. You can manifest everything you need to be successful. And it goes really well with the Page of Wands because Page is an explorer. Page is curious, wants to try things out, is not afraid to do so. Page is a child, right? I'm curious if I can build this, build the house from, I don't know, mud. I'm curious if I can build a structure from straws. I'm curious how this flower smells, right? So explore. In order to step into this magician energy or to fully dive into it, I'm seeing visions. That's why I'm talking so weirdly. And I'm seeing someone diving into the sea of energy. If you want to do so, explore, be curious, research, tests and trials, basically. Okay? So I hope this made sense, and enjoy those conversations next week. We're gonna have enjoy each other's presence, enjoy people coming together and sharing their soul with one another, and there's something shifting with your energy at that once that conversation takes place. It feels like you're rising up, like the Judgment card right here. So thank you for being here. If you need more content, find me on Patreon. I will catch you all in the next one. Bye for now. Hello tribe, pile number 2. Let's look at your archetype card, and my intention is to see where your power lies. So we're going to focus on the light aspect of this card. Some of you may fall onto the dark aspect of this card, but I like to say, where our power lies, a lot of our weaknesses are too. So it goes hand in hand. It just depends how we're feeling, how we're taking care of ourselves, where we fall. The Mystic. Okay. Let's pull from the Texture Tarot, and then we're gonna dive into the Mystic card to see what the author wants to say about it. Beautiful, beautiful cards. Beautiful colors. Self-confidence is the first thing that I thought of when I looked at that golden, yellow, orange. Self-confidence in the way you look, in the way you walk, in the way you present yourself. Oof, who is this? Knight with no pants coming your way. Let's push it upwards a bit so you see all cards. Seven of Swords reversed, and I want to leave it reversed. Let's peek at the bottom of the deck. We got the Eight of Cups. All right, let's talk about the Mystic. Let me get the book. When this card is light, removal of darkness, visionary, ageless. When dark, expects results, seeks attention and recognition. The seeker, the light worker, the dreamer. The mystic is often misunderstood in our culture, depicted as wandering and light-hearted daydreamer. True. Yet like Shiva, the true mystic plays a critical role in society, remaining fearlessly dedicated to the path of transformation. In order to save the earth from darkness, Shiva swallows the poison of the world and holds it in its throat, slowly transmuting the liquid into nectar. This is the work of the mystic. They do not fear darkness, but rather sit in the presence of it, harness the potential and latent energy behind it, and embed it with light. They are patient and prudent change makers, seeking growth above all else. Unanswerable questions are the mystic's lifeblood. The mystic revels in mystery, in the great riddle of life, dancing with the forces of light and dark upon its wings. The power of the mystic is within you, pile number 2, especially next week we're gonna have. It goes really well with the Seven of Swords reversed. Something that other people are not able to see, you're able to bring truth to the table. See, Seven of Swords is a card of deception a lot of times. You're able to see right through it. You're able to see the ins and outs of situations. You're able to see and tell when someone is not honest, when someone is trying so hard to present themselves in a way that is most valuable to them, but truly the hidden intentions maybe are not seen by everyone, but are seen by you. I feel like you may want to talk to someone next week. We're gonna have sit them down and say, hey, I really don't like how you did this. I really don't like how you talked to me at that time. I really didn't like the situation. I feel like this card is very, it's a different story from these two cards, but we're gonna pull more cards to see. Maybe it's connected to someone who you started dating or someone who you're dating currently, maybe for years, I don't know. But there is a bit of a clash here that I'm seeing happening because of someone's intentions, because of someone trying to hide information, or they didn't say straight away what they were thinking. You know, they held on to their opinion for way too long, and when something happened, they just then told you. And you go, why didn't you tell me straight away? Why isn't this, why wasn't this a thing from the get-go? Those who work in this esoteric field, or if you work with energies in any way, you're gonna have a great week. Very clear downloads. You're able to pinpoint the issues that your clients may have, or you're seeing the situations very, very clearly. Specifically, I'm seeing you're very good at telling people how to avoid an unpleasant situation in order for them to kind of take charge and to change something so that they don't get that outcome. So that's a really powerful tool to have, pile number 2. Knight of Cups. Okay, someone might receive a gift from this person I'm seeing. Why is this Knight of Cups here? Someone wants your attention, or someone wants to give you a really nice gesture, like extend their heart to you in some way. It could be through food, it could be through gifts, it could be through attention, time, all of that. Someone may have attachment issues here. Someone may overwhelm you here. I don't think you like this extended energy from someone. Someone may give you a gift and you go, but I don't know, why did this person give me this? I don't know them very well, or it's weird for me, or they are trying too hard. I feel like that's what kind of energy is here, pile number 2. I want to cut it off. It's as if, you know, someone wants to come close to you, but you're like, not right now, or I don't know. Something, it feels like you want to neglect something, or I'm also hearing disown somebody, or disown something that was given to you. Maybe because you felt that the energy in that object, whatever you were given, this thing, is not pure, and therefore your mystic kicks in and says, don't take it. Or if you take it out of politeness, get rid of it. There's something weird here, but you're gonna be able to sense that. Okay. What else we got here? Pile number 2. What else we got here? I'm seeing a get-together with your soul tribe. Would it be family? Would it be chosen family, like friends? You're having a great time together. You may want to think of some sort of tradition that you do over time that is repetitive, that connects people together. I'm seeing really fun times coming for you next week, week and a half. Are you attending an event or dinner or party or music event of some sort? You're having a lot of fun. There's laughter, but you're very protective over your circle, who you let into your circle. Say, for example, if you're in a concert, if a stranger comes to you and wants to talk to you and wants to kind of join your group, if you feel off about them, you're going to tell them, or you're going to show them in some way that, I don't want to let you in here. Especially if someone has this I'm seeing muddy energy, or they're under some sort of influence that really does not resonate with you and you don't want it near you. That's just an example, right? You're super protective over your tribe here. I wouldn't be surprised if some people did a protection spell of some sorts here because they want to protect their tribe from the outside sources or outside influences that might not be as pure. So witchcraft is happening. Yeah, with them during the moon. You might want to pick a suitable moon phase for that. You're very intuitive, guys, next week we're gonna have. Trust your gut, okay? In any endeavor, would it be business, would it be relationships, you're very intuitive. As if you're submerged in that water over here, and water is emotion, right? Your body is able to feel the emotions of situations that happening right now or still yet to come, how that will make someone feel in the future. Overall, you guys are very successful when it comes to shamanism, witchcraft, working with energies, or if you wanted to start a business of your own and to read people, next week is a time to start, or next week is a time to dive deeper in your craft, okay? You may have a lot of clients come to you next week. We're gonna have, there might be a wave, don't be surprised. They unconsciously feel on a soul level that you are very in tune, okay? So I hope this made sense, pile number 2. Have fun. Thank you for being here. If you need more content, find me on Patreon. I will see you all in the next one. Bye. Sorry for that, and funnily enough, that bell was of my mother's. Sorry about that. The bell rang and it was actually, it's funny how it connects. It was my mother coming to bring me some flowers, as well as she is a healer and she was asking for some help. She does Reiki healings remotely, for some help to write an email to a client because it's much easier for her. If I do it in English, she doesn't have to translate from Lithuanian, because someone was asking for a healing session from her. So, very connected, very, very connected. This is funny, like, okay. Let's see what else we got here. We have the world. So let's talk about the healer first, okay? The healing power of the mother. Wow. Maybe some of you are in need of that. In case you do, I think, let me check actually. Do I have her link for her healing sessions under my videos? I think I should. Let me check very quickly. Since this is so synchronistic right now. Sorry for the ads. Yeah, it's right at the end. You can book with my mom here, and there's a link to her Etsy shop in case you need those services. Let's go. Okay, the healer. Here we go. We're looking at the power of this card. One light, self-contained, grateful, awake. One dark, tired, needy, forgetting its own practice. The light worker, the gifted, the old soul. Though some claim the work of the healer as their gift and name it as their dharma, the force of this archetype is within everyone. It is our natural inclination to remember, to return to, and to reclaim that central and eternal life force from which we so easily drift away. In Sanskrit, the word avidya probably means forgotten, and it is said that this is the source of all suffering and disease. The healer's mission then becomes to move through the comfort of forgetting, through the veils of ignorance and denial, to reveal the radiance that already exists. The healer approaches this in multiple ways, from multiple angles, knowing the cycle of healing is not linear, it is multi-layered and circuitous process, always leading back to its own origin, much like the Ouroboros. Sorry for that pronunciation. The wounded healer is not someone who was wounded and is now healed. It is someone who continues to courageously break open the self and ego as means for deep integration. If you want to go deeper, Google this. I hope you're able to see that. Okay, so this is connected to a cycle of healing. Next week we're gonna have, it seems like someone is, this is very powerful. Either you are the healer or you're seeking for some sort of healing from someone else. Either way, it feels like it's a really good, energy-wise, good time for healing, because it's gonna shoot exactly, the energy will shoot exactly where it needs to. The energy is able to travel to your body and find the origin, the place where maybe some sort of issue started, or where you need a bit more power, a bit more energy to get recharged. Next week would be a really good time to connect to your mothers. If you don't have a mother anymore, you may expect a visitation, or you may want to connect to their spirit on the other side through meditation or some sort of practice. But I feel like you're gonna feel the presence of her if you don't have your mother walking among us anymore. Now, if you are someone who have a really difficult, traumatic relationship with your mother, there is someone definitely who you'd consider your mother, or mother's archetype. Maybe you want to connect to them. Overall, it's not only about others. Next week and a half, you carry that energy yourself. If you are in tune, you will be able to heal with touch. You will be able to heal people just by your own presence. Focus on the feminine energy. It's very powerful next week for any kind of creation. If you wanted to do anything with your hands, would it be planting, I'm seeing someone planting a tree, planting, I don't know, vegetables in your garden. Would it be DIYs of some sorts, jewelry, something that you make, something that comes from your soul, from your creativity? It feels like that area of your life is blessed. Make sure that you show your creativity to the world, and you market yourself well here, because for some of you, I feel like that's needed. If you want to sell something, if you are creating something that other people really like, put yourself out there. Maybe your hobby can become your business. That's something that I wanted to really stress for someone, okay, out there. Maybe you've heard someone told you that before, and you're like, I don't know if this is good enough. Look at the feedback. Look at the feedback that you're getting from your surroundings about something that you are capable of creating. Let's clarify the Seven of Swords. Okay, in this spread, I like the Seven of Swords. Usually it's my least favorite card in the whole deck. What you're being told here is that there will be a time next week and a half where you will be stormed by a wave of energy. It will kind of take you back almost, that you haven't seen coming with the Seven of Swords. And it all connects to creativity here. That's something that we just talked about. Please use that energy wisely, direct it towards a goal, a thing that you want to happen. I'm also seeing people going on dates, either with your partner or going on dates to meet someone new. That would be a really good time to do so, especially if you've been talking to someone for a while, because I'm seeing communication either online or on the phone, messages, emails, whatever the case. It would be good to meet that person. It could be someone who is coming to see you from the past, who you shared very loving memories with. So a bit of nostalgia is coming through here in this pile too. Just a side note for someone out there, don't force your manifestations, okay? Allow the energy to work behind the scenes, because I'm seeing someone wanting something to happen right now. If it doesn't happen right now, it means it's not working. No, energy takes time. Energy, same would be with healing. It takes time. Our time is not the same like our soul's time, right? It's different. So make sure you don't get to manifestations with a frustrated energy. It's not gonna work with you, it's gonna work against you, right? You may feel lags, you may feel frustration, you may feel that the energy is all over the place, you feel chaotic. So be patient with manifestations and with healing next week and a half, okay? Let's pull a card or two from the Animal Tarot. love twice. Connections to family, love, and romance. It is time to express your love and appreciation for family, be it relatives or chosen family of close friends. Now, there was a mistake here, but I'm going to read it out anyways. Congratulations may be in order on a happy, fulfilling marriage, as well as raising happy, balanced children. One more. Six of Summer. Are you kidding me? We have the Six of Cups right here. It's right there, and the Ten of Cups right here. It's all connected. The love and care of children could become an important part of your life, or people from your childhood may return to it. Old memories can be healed, or possibly old childhood traumas, I want to say. Maybe you want to heal a trauma. Or possibly old childhood dreams are ready to be revived. So have fun. Pile number 3, really nice energy for you here. If you need more content, find me on Patreon. I will see you all in the next one. Bye.